All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I am WXFan21, joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, one of the devs and creators of Super Metroid map, Rando, Aussie the Great. Aussie the Great, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. It's
Let's
a
go.
rare treat to get the settings that we have today, this expert challenge seed, and I just wanted to present it to everyone to see. And what's more, we even have the amazing Simo and Nito facing off, gonna show us the hardest tricks that the game has to offer.
That's
Hope you're
true.
excited.
So, these settings, for those who have no idea, we're not playing on our normal hard, tricky settings. Welcome to Expert Challenge. So Aussie's going to get into it with the technical details here in just a bit. We start off at the right side of Phantoon room, and this is a big find here, Aussie, here early. Big Pink is going to guarantee at least 2 starting items for the racers.
Yeah, so the big hub rooms are nice. They give you a lot of doors, they give you basic resources. Sometimes you just don't run into even, like, enough item locations to have missiles to spare. But because this is a challenge, we're going to expect to see only missiles for the first many minutes. And that's the big difference between challenge and tricky, is so many more types of items are filler. Supers are not filler. So supers are the progression. Already found those, and they're pretty free. So that means you want to follow a super door to get the next progression. And there it is. There's our first trick. This is in very hard. And that's a reset for Nino. Back to the start.
No surprise to see a lot of this here early, Aussie. I mean, quite frankly, like we're going to see some resets early, some potential potential locks. But, folks, you are graced here by 2 of the great runners. And if you've watched any streams recently, so for example, you've probably seen Nito stream a lot of Expert, Extreme, and Insane Seeds. Cruel Beans has been doing a lot. His Beardness has been doing a lot. Aussie, you've dabbled with some. So, I mean, I'm very excited as well here to see these kind of settings. More fall found for Nito. Simo already has it. This could very well be a problem if we can't find any kind of explosives early, though.
Right, so each of these resets is costing Nito about a minute, but the difficulty on these settings is so high that you can recover that.
Yep. Oh, nice bombs.
Yes, bombs found. Simo just following the logic.
Nito, that was close. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Nito was gonna be completely cut off by the crumble blocks there. That looked very bad on his attempt to get that morph.
Yeah, so the GT item over the crumble blocks is something that I definitely didn't want to have in hard logic. Because it's something that everyone, you see it, you think you can do it, but if you're made to do it, then it's such an easy soft lock point.
Yeah.
But in these settings, it's okay to do hard things.
Right.
Okay, so Simo picked up bombs as the last progression item, and is going to be checking bomb checks now. So should go through the super block here in Big Pink.
See, as someone who's played 2 hard trickies with assistance from Sunwoo Farmer, it may have taken me over 2 hours each of the seeds. I appreciate that crumble block logic wasn't in hard. Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize my gain was all the way down. Sorvine, hello. Oh, hi, YouTube. Sorry. For like a split second, I forgot this was gonna go on YouTube. My bad.
Nito picking up the bombs now. I guess we go to top left of Big Pink as the next check. It does make a lot of sense to go for the known item at charge location first, and then do the bomb checks on the way up. Oh, here we have a gate glitch. You have 3 chances, but this is expert. We have experts. Poyos do a lot of damage. So Simo gets through first try, no trouble.
We have experts that can gate glitch and then get hit by a Puyo, knocking them down to like 24 health. No big deal!
Yeah, just tripped, fell in the water, but got that gate glitch first try.
Mhm. Are we sure we generated expert challenge here? Because we got all sorts of explosives now.
Yeah, this is a lot that we can do now.
I didn't
realize
this was a basic desolate.
Getting back,
And
though.
So this is going to be a tough one. Finding your way back here. So...
I think we can't continue left, though.
Possibly. I think Simo just really wants to go back.
Yeah, for the map.
Nicely done, Simo.
They haven't seen a save yet, which is pretty weird.
Yeah. So here's a connector.
There's always a
Nito.
save reachable by
Hey.
save.
Nito finds wave gate hoppers.
That would be doable. Something to keep in your head is that everything that was reachable, like now that you have the progression in power bombs, everything that was reachable without them is going to be just a filler item. So it's not worth doing easy checks. Yeah, that's why they're leaving. Big Pink, it has 2 power bomb locked doors. So that'd be another reason to come back to Big Pink.
This could be Phantoon.
It's like every step.
Oh wow!
You just
what a
go back to
taunting
Big
map.
Pink.
Yeah, what a taunting map.
Yeah, we've actually seen every door.
Yeah, can't do Key Hunter stairs yet.
No.
Ew.
You need a knee tank for that.
Nice mid-air bomb jump from Simo. High five. Finito losing about a minute from those 2 early
2
resets,
minutes.
Aussie. Yeah. He's played catch-up very quickly here.
Yeah, he's actually just completely caught up.
So now Simo's just going to take a quick refill here. No big deal.
No save either.
No. I'd be
That's
thinking
a good
about that
deal.
Torian connector.
Direction was Torian. I like the Meridia connector.
What was it?
Torian's right here.
Torian was bottom right. Now, Crab Hole could lead to something interesting.
Yeah, Crab Hole makes a lot of sense. Oh, there's supers. At this stage, supers and power bombs are filler. E-tanks are never filler.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying no to any kind of free super missiles. Oh, hello. Nito making his way on over to Retro Brinstar. More missiles.
Yeah, this is a good play. Got through more for him. Simo found another heated room. That's pretty committal. And Nito finds the first save of the seed.
Hooray!
8 minutes in.
Yay!
As well as 2 more door checks.
How exciting.
Looks like Simo's gonna commit. And this can potentially be really bad. A bunch of audio delay.
That's all. Oh yeah, we do, don't we?
backing up.
Yeah, that's been pretty standard here recently.
Get started on
What side do we have the audio delay on? Is it Nito, Asimo, or is it both?
I think it's always been both.
Okay. Okay, we're still on Simo.
Yeah, I'll work on that in the background.
You good, Aussie? Right now, the
Simo-
racers are just making their way back through Big Pink. Simo doing a little farm. Finds the top of Green Tower, finally.
Yeah, that's a good decision. Top of Green Tower, it's a ton of doors. It's behind power bombs. We're following power bombs right now. Very likely to have a save.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I'm not sure how we didn't get a save sooner. It's available on step 2 somewhere. But now Simo's free to not worry about losing 10 minutes of progress, like if they went to that heated room.
More missiles.
Another path. Nito with the ship knowledge. Simo ahead in Meridia. And double item.
Could be a big find here. Just a missile. This is some more supers. So that's 15 supers. Halfway to the required amount for Ridley and Mother Brain, too.
As I said, once you find supers and power bombs, they start becoming filler items. And they're just going to show up like randomly as missiles do. And that means you start collecting more. Crystal Flash logic is enabled. So we don't want to see too many power bombs from here, or the heat runs can get out of control. But we also don't have any E-tanks either.
I'd like to see an E-tank.
Yeah, one does like E-tanks. You can get a reserve and then have to manage a reserve through all this. Map. So the map is on the other side of that water room Timo's just in. Okay. If you're going to cross Impressive Room, you would have to do Impressive the trick. Is this a Impressive required seed?
That we'll find out.
Impressive named after the arcade achievement.
Interesting question here in chat, if you haven't answered this yet. How many E-tanks in logic for Crystal Flash?
So it's not tied to E-tanks. It just knows that you take pretty much an entire E-tank of damage to do a Crystal Flash. So if you don't have one, you don't gain any benefit. So that could mean that you have to do it in a cooler room after the heat run. Or other than that, you pretty much need an E-tank to use a Crystal Flash. Nito, Simo, together, 2 items and 2 missiles. Yay. This isn't very hard.
Underwater wall jumps. How you all can do this is impressive. I sometimes struggle with just wall jumping.
In a way, that's almost easier than wall jumping. So those are one-tile wall jumps. You just hold the direction and then spam jump.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Well,
the
there you
term
go.
underwater wall jump is something different.
I thought underwater wall jumps were one-sided wall jumps underwater.
Yeah, but in that case, you have the other wall holding you in place. So you don't have to move around.
Interesting. Simo's still with about a minute lead.
So we've explored everything there is to explore here. There's no way to get through the Avir room. No, the Elm room. You need some kind of movement item to get through that water room to get to the map. And so we have to go somewhere else. Timo, reset these supers, so actually it's Nito in the lead. To explain challenge once again, there is one progression item on each step, which is kind of different from Tricky. Tricky provides more progression, the more locations are available. The challenge has one progression per step, plus the filler items, but it has a much smaller filler pool. The filler pool right now is Charge, Spazer, Missile, Super Power Bomb. If you see anything other than that, then it's progression, and you need to follow it to the next step. There's two reasons why these settings are going to take much longer than what we normally show here. One is the challenge side, where there's a lot less progression, so it's slower in terms of picking up items. And then the expert side, where you have to do harder tricks. And we haven't seen too much of the expert side. Like, maybe it wants them to do impressive to get the next progression, but we also have other tricks to do. And since you don't know, you might end up spending a lot of time just doing the wrong thing. So our time slot is normally 2 hours for these weeklies. Most of the time the races finish at an hour. But in this case, we're expecting to go over.
Oh yeah.
Just so everyone is aware, these take more than 2 hours a lot of the time. And then
welcome to Expert.
Yeah, welcome to Expert Challenge. And unfortunately, there's another race after us, so we might be ending the restream, cutting them off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Simo now with that map knowledge as well of the ship. Now, this is one thing we didn't see Nito do. We didn't see him go to the top right. Oh, did we? He did go top right of ship.
Yeah, it looks like bottom of Phantoon.
Yeah, bottom Phantoon, and there was something on the right. That wasn't amphitheater, was it?
It looked like it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that Draygon fight, that'd be in Logic and Extreme. But we're not too extreme yet.
Expert, extreme. What does it matter? Simo with the reset back into Meridia we go. Nito, just going to do the same steps that Simo did, going over here, finding crab hole.
Probably continues through the ice ripper room.
Yep. More soups. I'll be right back.
Our options for progression is limited. They're both betting on this check. Good luck living. Never mind getting out. Okay, so we get to see the item. I think it's impressive. It's possible they're not confident. It is possible. at this stage, if you're ever stuck, you do whatever is possible. Whatever you can actually pull off. And don't worry about the logic. And that might be the trick. You might not be sure that you can survive Impressive Run. I'm just going to keep calling it Impressive Run. The trick itself is to roll out of the morph tunnel and unmorph and damage boost over the lava so you don't fall in the lava at all. If you do anything other than that, you're going to die. Okay, so let's see it. There you go. That's just confirming that you have to pull off the trick. Kind of wondering if you could powerbomb the Boyan and just roll through it instead of taking that hit. But you probably get hit by the next one because you can't really control your movement very well.
I have returned with snacks.
Okay. This is a good seed for picking up snacks. We're going to use the full-time slot.
Bathroom break, snack pickup. Chat wants some Galaxy Burger.
That I don't know. Does falling through fish tank help? Sure hope it's not Draygon. Is where we turn to the boss calculator. maprando.com/logic/boss_calculator. You select Draygon, expert. 40 missiles, 15 supers, morph. Morph is important. Okay. It says close, but no. Not in logic. Oh, 15 supers. They're gonna go for it, not seeing another option. I didn't see another option either.
Nope, this is definitely interesting. Double Draygon fight. Chat, strap in. Let's go.
So both of them can do the fight. It's gonna take a little bit of farming, like not crazy amount of farming, but you can't get hit. Torian was the morph room. Let them go through the morph room with power bombs.
Teemo took a hit by Draygon.
But Nito plays a ton of extreme and insane seeds. It can be less rusty on the Draygon fight. Teemo coming into this with a layer of rust, but had to play in the expert challenge race. Just likes the settings. Back early on in Map Rando, we thought there'd be a lot more expert challenge races, but those have kind of died off. Everyone playing hard trickies now. One day it's over. My logic calculator says Draygon's not logic. They know that it is possible. They may stay here until it's done. The way back out, if you're wondering, you can do a gravity jump, and 95% of the time, it'll work. You just need the room to the left not to be a water room. Having the extra super pack is helpful. Like 15 supers, 20 missiles is enough to just kill Draygon, I think.
Wow. Simo got robbed. He had that. Excuse me, they had that. My bad. Sorry, Simo. Alright, Nito's turn.
Nito's
Did
turn.
we mention this might take more than 2 hours?
And that this particular boss fight is a little hard.
Just a little bit. Just a wee bit.
Top runners. Very practiced at the fight here. Gonna have to be to even try this. I would say that the goops are random. It's hard to never get grabbed. And if you're grabbed, half the time you can't do anything about the hit. It's also random how fast, how long it takes for Draygon to hit after you're grabbed. Pretty much if you're grabbed twice, you're dead. That's how I see it.
2 hours later.
Yeah, it looks like they're decided this is the thing they're going to focus on.
I mean, I didn't think there was anything in Torian. I mean, I didn't really see what the Torian door was, but is it really a dead end?
So it's bottom right, a big pink. I think it leads to more for him.
Uh-oh. Good night. Ooh, Simo escapes.
The team has the ammo to not need this farm. But it's just... Like, you have to clear the goops, and it's just incidentally getting farm.
Goop! Chat! Goop.
Oh no, reset back to the start of the save. 27 minutes lost. We do have rolling resets. You can go back to your previous saves if you want. So I'm just cycling through. Bombing the goops. Interesting strategy. Usually you do that if you don't want the drops. But Nito does not have the ammo to just kill. It needs to farm some drops. But if you lay power bomb, it's pretty good at actually getting the missiles in to hit. It's possible to do a suitless one round with Simo's ammo. I don't think anyone practices it. Maybe Nito farmed up enough.
14 and 1. Finito. Draygon is red.
Being red only tells you so much.
Uh-oh. Nito, please. Nito. Nito. Good. Hold.
Workout.
7 and 1. Trying to get rid of the goops. Can you do it?
That is
Armor.
certainly the damage.
Yeah. There you go. Neato. Nicely done from
It's
the Neato.
done. Nice. We get to see what's on the other side of the door.
Hello, Ridley!
It's happened before.
Nicely done, Neato. Say hello to Ridley? Question mark. Wait a minute. Hold. Okay. Not Ridley. Okay, these are good rooms.
Yep, good rooms. Lots of doors here. Simo
Nicely
also
done,
through.
Simo.
Yeah, sticking together.
Yeah. GG's to both racers. Nicely done. Waterway. Can't do that. No speed.
Show of skill from both of them. Getting through that fight on no E-tanks, no suits.
Can't do speed booster highway.
Simo playing extremely safe.
Mm-hmm. Can't blame them. I can't blame them. Ugh,
Can go
and
back
Nito
and
finds
save.
this room. Ugh, it's Aqueduct. That's unfortunate for Nito.
His doors is just slow. Can do the less slow thing first.
It looks like it's time to go to Torian. Maybe. Because you can't really go anywhere else right now.
But we can do a lot of aqueduct.
We can. No high jump, no speed booster. I mean, we can get to the bottom left. We can get to the mid left door.
Yeah, and the right door. A snail climb is in logic. It's in very hard with no items.
Right.
So 3 more doors over there. Here to present all the what they can do's. What's possible. Did Simo not actually save? Just went back for the gamut for him. That's pretty interesting. Be super careful jumping underneath that crab, you know. The crab's a killer. That being one of the recently renamed rooms. I forget what it's called. Yeah, the Lonely Crab Room is its new name. It used to be like West Meridia Tube Tunnel. Some nonsense name. I feel like there's about 10 rooms that were renamed. We're not playing on dev, or else the names would show up on the pause screen. They can't run through Speed Booster Hall, by the way. Don't have enough health.
Nope. It takes it, I
Save.
believe, 1 E-tank, if I'm not mistaken. At least 1.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
It's like 160 health. We might be seeing X-ray deboost. Okay, gonna go for it.
Yeah, definitely, I believe this is in logic, so... Oh, just misses. Nito had that morph.
Yeah. So the tricky thing about X-ray deboost is in vanilla map, it's a like standard setup that you're used to and can just do the same thing all the time. But in this case, we have a water room first, so you can't enter with any momentum. And you just have to learn different setups. Like sometimes you don't have morph. I most commonly use a morph setup, jump and airball. But that's what makes it harder in map randos. You have to learn different variations on this trick. More doors. Friendly doors.
Well, hello, worst room in the game.
Yes, friendly doors. You can get in and out of worst room. Just scary.
Nope.
They do have that nearby save, so you don't feel bad about taking resets here.
Sure helps, that's for sure.
Yeah, I said early on that you can lose a minute, 2 minutes to deaths and not worry about your position in the race too much.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still true. It's when you get stuck on a trick, like the Draygon fight, when you lose more time. So criteria map, it was attached to a Key Hunter stairs, the top doors. I don't know that we've seen the connector to the top left yet. Is that metal pirates? Okay, so that's reachable. You could sack for that. When you kill metal pirates, you're gonna get all health drops. And so this is in expert. The health goes below 10, but just don't panic. That's the trick, don't panic. Trust in your game knowledge that you've spent years accumulating.
Yeah, chat.
What do you do? Spring ball. Spring ball located.
Yay! Time to go jumping. Except now Decimo have the health to get out. There's the map. Ooh, top of GT right has a major. Gauntlet has a major. Phantoon has a Phantoon hallway has a major.
Yeah. But you're listing off majors, I didn't see any that were gettable.
I was just calling out the locations. Criteria definitely has quite a few. Why don't the racers just teleport for the majors? It'd be so much easier.
You know, getting through no problem. Simo
Very
actually
nicely done.
farming. This is a very
Again.
slow farm.
Yeah, Nito's doing the same thing. Again, you saw it took Nito, what was that? 60 plus health to get across.
So getting back, it can take 2 hits. Each hit is 10 damage. Usually, I use 4 hits, so I could understand wanting more health. Nito knows the farm strat. It's a not safe one, but gets the super. No, you could triple farm. That saves time. But once you're at 60 health, you might as well just go. You're not going to survive a spike hit. And then the trick is to stay on the waivers, not the spikes. Waivers do 10, spikes do 60. Yeah, Simo has a saying about not being a coward, but is acting awful coward right now. Just want to mention that.
I see a couple of hollow dots. That would definitely unlock. I'd like to get 2 of them if possible. But
We can get Meridian Map.
I don't think you can get either sandpit with just these items. I mean, can you? Bombs don't do anything.
Not logically.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, even double spring ball jump with no grav suit or nothing, like, to help. I don't even know if that's in logic or not.
So right sandpit, right item you could do with an extreme trick. But then you also have to go through worst room and probably a sand hall on the way back. And that wouldn't be logic either.
all sounds terrible.
So Simo tried to do the 2 damage boost method, but need a 3rd hit.
Nito setting up Gary's very nicely. And he's out.
Double spring
Steamo.
ball jump with just bombs. That's a fun one.
Steamo, they're looking to do the same thing.
Really curious what the logic really wanted from them. All I see is that fish tank wasn't explored. Otherwise, there's a number of checks that are like, close to reachable, but they don't have the health for. And another thing about challenge, Nito, no. You spring ball jump that. You do a mock ball and then spring ball across. Challenge tends to put the E-tanks as the last progression.
Right.
So it makes it really difficult just not having that safety in E-tanks. Like the entire time. And that's a reason why even hard challenge can be really difficult. Because even if it's on hard, you're not getting those E-tanks. You're going to be collecting more supers and power bombs. Not E-tanks. Yeah, spring ball gives them the Meridian map.
Yeah,
so that's what I
was
expect.
just looking at that. This is not where Nito's headed. Nito headed that way. Simo reset the Garys in the room.
Yeah, I think Simo saved. And then had to reclimb.
Oh, that was pretty. Nicely done, Nito. That was so pretty.
Here's why you need spring balls. You need a little bit more height. And we'll see if it's Phantoon or a collectible map.
Collectible map.
Collectible major. Nice.
Double spring ball jump up. Oh, gravity jump up. Nice.
It's fairly important in races to know those gravity jumps. Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, there's X-ray. Oh, we could be seeing some X-ray climbs.
Yeah. So I think we do aqueduct with that.
Makes sense. I see fast pillars blocking E-tank. Yeah. X-ray climb to get the missile and hollow dot.
So again, hollow dots are E-tanks or reserve tanks, and E-tanks or reserve tanks are not filler items ever. That means they are progression items. It is also the case, looking at the Speed Booster Hall Major, that's going to be one-way reachable after this hollow dot, and so it'll also be filler. So it'll be charge or spazer. Normally on restreams, you'll see X-ray as a filler item. But in the higher difficulties, X-ray unlocks more tricks. And so it doesn't become filler anymore. It becomes a way to progress. So that's why we're talking about X-ray climbs. Because it's a whole new area of tech that becomes available. And lets you move around without gravity suit in this case. Gravity goes speed. Maybe more often move around without power bombs. But we have those. That's how you know you're going fast. When you're X-ray climbing water rooms. Seeing Nito in a bit of a lead here. Simo was first to spring ball, then just took long enough getting back that Nito is kind of heading in the right way faster. X-ray not on the tracker because it's on the HUD. So I don't have to click that. Guess what? Guess what exclamation R does?
Hey, look at that. Ooh,
I don't believe CMO streams that much anymore. It's pretty known for low ice. Just wanted to join this because it's expert challenge, and we very rarely do expert challenge on the restream. It's not reasonable to fit in the time slot, and it's also hard on the runners because it's just very difficult to complete the seed. That's why I'm so surprised at the turnout.
21 people in the room, in the race time room.
I can't believe that. 21.
Yeah, I was
racers.
expecting like 4.
4 or 5.
I was thinking like Eddie, Oates. They were the first 2 that came to mind. Maybe Nito, Beans,
Neither one here.
Mist. And
No
there's
Eddie, no Oates.
21 people.
Yeah, they all want to just challenge themselves.
Mhm.
That's good to see. We're not playing for points, so it doesn't matter how you do. Really.
More was just for fun. See how you do in an expert seed.
Exactly. See what tricks you need to learn.
Here we. Oh, Nito is definitely setting up X-ray climb. So X-ray climb, you're trying to get clipped into the door, and then you just do this. Down, left, X-ray. Literally, you're climbing half in the wall, half not in the wall.
Every time you crouch, you move up a little bit, but you're still stuck in the wall. And you use X-ray to force stand-up, because it lets you do that for some reason. You just have to release X-ray as you're turning around. Something worth mentioning is that this climb is going to be a difference between very hard and expert in the future. This is a right side climb, so it's a little bit harder.
Nice
but
E-tank.
the left side climbs are being moved to very hard.
Nicely done from that. So here's the thing. That one E-tank. I would take
Powerful.
a save. I would seriously consider peaking Speed Booster Highway Major. You can't get back, but at the very least you can get item info.
Oh. I guess you could keep it with a Crystal Flash.
If that was PBs. And
Yeah,
honestly,
and
you still wouldn't even be able to do it. You would need 11 PBs.
Yeah, we have seen a Powerbomb pack elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's Charger Spazer.
Would make sense.
They do have the option of sequence breaking the sandpit E-tank. I think. I need to look at the rooms below. What water room is down there? See if they can get out. But with 2 E-tanks and power bombs and spring ball, you can do worst room. And the save is right here to attempt the sandpit item. And if you can sequence break an E-tank in Expert Challenge, it's very powerful. Going to be spring ball bouncing on the snail And the reason you do that is because it has instant turnarounds. See, but it doesn't have the map yet. Criteria. Never went through Metal Pirates. Kinda should do that. If you get X-ray, you kind of know that you have to climb Aqueduct. But still, the map is just 2 rooms to the right. That's another advantage that Nito has right now. I've seen what they actually should be doing next. I trust Nito has a plan. I hope everyone is enjoying this expert challenge race. It's not easy to get these restream, especially. Usually need to make an exhibition race out of it. But we're just showing off what is possible in Map Rando. There are a number of racers who... so this bounce ball entry Nito did, pretty important. It's like the only way to survive this. This
And
is in
just
logic.
barely done so.
Yeah. So that was in logic, and then this is a health turn.
Yeah,
if you want to
Nito, please.
If you do want to see more of the expert, extreme, insane seeds, following the racers is how you would do that.
Yep. Ew! That map is very far away. Oh. Hi, Spring Ballroom. Bye, Spring Ballroom.
So to kill these atomics, you have to do a moving shot. That raises your shot by a pixel for whatever reason.
Interesting. Alright. Well, Nito goes and checks on some more items. A little bit of housekeeping. A little bit of announcements. SpeedGaming Live, online, and on site. Check it out. We are just getting started. Head over to speedgaming.com and go check out the Speed Gaming Live stuff. Currently, the online tournaments are getting ready to kick off. So if you're interested in any of them, we've got one that's the Super Metroid randomizer with the Dash randomizer. We got Map Rando on site. We got another SM on site as well. We get MM2R, MM4, Zooter. We get ZR1, and again, the SMR Dash. So check it out. Speed Gaming Online. Go check that out. And in regards to Speed Gaming, in regards to myself, there will be an announcement in the upcoming weeks regarding something very cool, very Metroid related, very charity related. Just waiting on a couple more approvals and I can make the official announcement. Question in chat, do you think that speed is that one-way speed alleyway major? I don't think it can be. Aussie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any trick and expert that you can do to get through Waterway.
No, Waterway is...
It's speed lock.
Yeah, it's one of those rooms where you can't even glitch into it and get out. So something I was surprised to see on Nito's side is that reset out of Decora room. Because he could have gotten the Phantoon E-Tank Major. It would have taken a long time to do the X-ray climb, which was out of logic.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably going to be a really strong item. So I wonder what we're actually heading towards.
For the question in chat says that they think they met the room and criteria. I'd have to see the map again to know what room you're talking about.
Speed Hall? Probably Speed Booster Hall.
Yeah,
I've been calling it Charge or Spazer.
Yeah. Again, it's very weird because it takes, like Aussie said, about 160 energy to get through the room with no speed booster. But if the Crystal Flash, we need 11 power bombs, and well, we're gonna get that major, Aussie. There's 15. Can Crystal Flash.
So this is not a fast seed. We now have Crystal Flash.
Crystal Flash. We're coming up on about 8 p.m. Eastern. For those of you just tuning in, I'm WXFan21, joined by the fantastic Aussie. We are here on comms, Aussie doing the tracking. This is Expert Challenge. This is not your normal hard tricky. We get to show off the expert settings and challenge settings as well. 21 racers join the room, and 5 DNFs so far.
Yeah, definitely expect that number to go up.
Pretty fair. And that's nothing against the racers either. These are very long seeds. They can be very tricky. You gotta know a lot, again, at expert level tech.
Each tier of difficulty, there's just so much more you need to learn.
Yep.
That's why I picked out 2 experienced runners for the restream, so we can really show off what's happening.
Techno Waffle says they're sending a request to not do this again for a weekly. Got it, Waffle. Your next seed will actually be Extreme Desolate. You're welcome. Remember, you asked for it. You said you didn't want to ever see this for a weekly. You said nothing about the next level above Expert, which is Extreme.
Same 2-hour time slot. You have to go that much faster.
Comment in Twitch chat. Someone says this seed logically requires people to have played far too much Super Metroid. What, Waffle? You want Insane Desolate on Saturday? I thought you wanted a Beyond seed. Okay, in all seriousness, has anyone actually ever tried the Beyond settings, Aussie?
Yes, Nito and Sam play Beyond.
I was gonna guess Sam. Oh, speaking of Sam, hi Sam.
Yes, Sam makes
Sam
so
heard
many
Beyond and got very excited.
videos.
Yeah, Sam's poured a lot of work into all the tutorial videos, so shout out to Sam Littlehorns in chat. Put a lot of work into that. Alright, here we go.
Nito has the Crystal Flash queued up.
Yep. So again, shoutouts to Sam for all the training, tutorial videos, training videos. Gonna Crystal Flash ahead of time, finds supers, and just misses it.
Huh? The timing seemed okay.
Yeah,
actually,
I would have gone through the door first and Crystal Flash after.
Well, you see that before the door wasn't enough health to survive, so after would have been less.
Got it.
Which raises the question of how do you actually get out with that item?
I mean, if it's Varia suit, wouldn't matter. But I don't think it's Varia because we got the Crystal Flash power now.
Crystal Flash wasn't good enough.
I think Nito just did it too late.
Even if the Crystal Flash succeeds, then you can't get the item back. Unless it's Varia.
Maybe it is Varia.
The only way.
Varia, cookie, tomato.
The seed's rough. I still can barely tell what they can do. Nito regretting not going for the Batu knee tank after the 5-minute X-ray climb. I don't know if there's enough X's for a second Crystal Flash. Okay, we're gonna get eyes on the item this time. Up harder.
Yeah, that spot makes sense, Finito. That's what I was thinking. Nice. I was expecting a little bit the other platform, but that works. It is Ice Beam! Unfortunately, Nito's going to be unable to keep it. So we have knowledge.
Yeah.
Ice Beam at Speed Booster Hallway.
I guess what happens is the heat multiplier makes it so you can't touch the item logically. And that means a Crystal Flash, maybe 2, would be how you get out. Ow. They can reach Phantoon E-Tank with the long out of logic X-ray climb.
I just thought of something.
Do you share? Because I'm not thinking of anything.
So, again, I think I've watched too much of Cruel Beans and his Beardness with their expert extreme and insane seeds. Decora climb. Decora X-ray climb. It's long, it's annoying, but I think that's what the seed wants you to do. That's my guess. Because back in Torian, I don't know if we're going to see it, if Nino's going to flip through it again. But Decora Room is what's blocking them from getting up there, when obviously with no speed you can't do it. But I believe you can X-ray climb up Decora Room to get to the top.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. But
Okay.
it's not in logic. It's
So what
as
level
in
is that
logic as
trick?
the Draygon fight.
So would you'd put that in extreme?
I think it's actually an insane. Draygon would be
That
an
would make
extreme,
sense.
but it's like the only thing that they can do.
Yeah, that's...
So I don't know what's going on.
I have no clue either. Again, when I was looking at the maps, that's the only thing that stood out to me, so you and I are on the same page there. Where'd they go? What's below Double Sandpit?
Keep forgetting to check. Oh, what's below Key Stairs?
Rinstar!
That looks promising.
It's a new area full of exciting adventures.
Take your E-Tank here.
Oh, look at that. Chat's going with the It's Bryn gimmick again.
It's from Super Metroid, but I hate you. But it hates you. So check it out if you're interested.
Oh. Hello. Forgotten Highway. I call this
Needle room.
Forgotten Highway. What's the actual name of this room?
The name is Pancakes and Syrup.
Pancakes and syrup. I like it.
Great. Thankfully, someone likes it.
Pancakes and syrup. No gravity suit required. Hello, Spawn. Thank you, California. Appreciate that.
So, Nito seeing so many doors in Brinstar that this has to lead to the way. Takes a pretty bad bat hit. It's about 80 damage. Don't want to continue after that.
Nope. Nice farm room.
Timo has the E-Tank, has the Crystal Flash. And we'll see where they decide to go, if it's to the Major or to Brinstar. Probably to a save first. With 2 Crystal Flashes, you can get ice.
Oh, ho, 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 double heated room run. Ew. Nito getting further and further away from the map.
The other sand hole you can do.
Okay goes another nice farm room. Standard layout, Sam. Question in chat: does map Rando remove refill save rooms in more challenging settings? I don't think so.
No,
Same
we still
amount, I
have
believe,
every
is random.
Every room, every item is still placed.
Yep.
But I hear that because of the Plandomizer tool, they're adding the ability to remove rooms in the future. Because not everyone wants to do a Plandomizer that has every room in a meaningful place. It's feature content. That's something that I've wanted for a long time, the ability to not include every single room. Because it'd be a way to have faster seed times.
Yeah.
Timo identifying... Oh, this X? I think you get the X. At least on the way out. Timo might be able to live this, because I don't think we saw the X. Never mind. Two tunnel visioned on the arm pumps.
Who's falling asleep in Twitch chat?
Don't say that. We'll never have expert challenge again.
That's the right answer. See, that's a good answer. Never. I like it. Sam says that they woke up just for the race. Very nice. Well, we're glad you all are here. Expert challenge is definitely something. Look, when I saw it, I immediately signed up for commentary. Because this, to me, is extremely fun to watch. It's fun to commentate. I mean, I enjoy Hard Tricky as it is. But being able to showcase to all of you these type of settings is really, really cool. If this interests you, follow racers like Aussie, Simo, Nito, His Beardness, Cruel Beans, Definitely some of the racers that come to mind that love to run the expert plus level seeds. Sam as well. They're really, really fun. And when you can listen to the racers like Aussie, I was listening to Cruel Beans. He was doing I believe it was an insane seed. And it's just really interesting to hear from the mind of the racer as they're going through the seed. And you can listen to them, you know, if they talk about it on stream, just talking through the logic. I can go here, I can go there, can do this, can't do that. That to me is really fun and interesting. Also, if you like how this game is coded, go check out Aussie's stream as well. Your coding streams are pretty cool, Aussie, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I have no clue what you're doing, but they look pretty cool.
Yeah, occasionally I do coding streams. It's mostly just room grinding. It's like you think up a strat for a room, you grind it to get all the numbers, and then you write it into the code.
This is a tough single chamber here for Nito. He's gonna have the Crystal Flash here. Nito, please. Nito, why you no Crystal Flash? Don't be rude.
I was looking at that GT fight. It has a major. It's possible to do a lot of a GT fight with just crystal flashes and farming.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. I imagine you need more power bombs. You beat power bomb limited.
Yeah, Sam, I think Nito could have Crystal Flash before he went into Morph Ball Tunnel there in single chamber. This is, in my opinion, one of the tougher gate glitches in the game. And Nito shows it off in one try. Just because of the water dynamics.
Yeah, it's not, like, actually harder, but it feels different, and gate glitch is a field-based trick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Phantoons and Brinstar.
What's our map? Is it right here?
Yep. Hello, Phantoon!
Okay, so when Phantoon is right here, in a big heated room, you gotta really manage your health carefully. It probably makes sense to get the kill, and then the save, and then run up to the map, and then reset to the save. Good way to do it. You're gonna be taking 40 damage per hit, and you need to leave with basically full health. So you want to manipulate things to make that happen. And that essentially means not getting hit. If you do get hit, farming back. Have we seen the sex on Simo's side yet? Okay, it's a super.
Yeah, it's a super. Yeah, we saw that already.
Okay, so 44 health and missiles are not full. That means you can get bad health drop luck. Usually you get a pile of health. That's pretty good. I will mark Phantoon killed.
Yay.
2 bosses down, hour 13 in. Going a little fast today for an expert save. We'll see if Simo sees the Brinstar as we inspect this map. E-Tank. E-Tank sighting. That's hype. So you get that E-Tank, you get Ice Beam. And then, I don't know. Maybe Main Street for another Crystal Flash.
Welcome in, Titans, and you are most welcome. Okay, so Nito has 2 bosses down, which is pretty cool. We got the map knowledge. E-Tank, definitely the item you wanted to see. Right? I mean, Reserve is okay. Definitely wanted to see the energy tank instead. Simo is gonna crystal flash you an amphitheater and just misses
That's a
it.
play. I strongly doubt that this works.
The crystal flash the amphitheater?
Yeah, because it's another heated room right after.
Yeah, probably not happening. But once
Back
again,
to-
the beauty here of the expert logic, trying to figure out where to go from here, and trying to figure out your best way forward in the seed. What do you think the seed is telling you? Again, this is like what I said earlier. When you listen to racers through everything, I personally think it's pretty cool.
Hold it off.
You hear their logic, and now you've hit Torian.
Showed me.
Wow, and that's top of the core room. Chad Hossie out here taking notes, be like, okay, can do that, Things I have to code in the next coding stream. We gotta code this in a little bit more to make this even a little bit more harder. One extra
Yeah, run
pirate
grind
here,
harder.
one Ridley inside the amphitheater room. Oh, no, I'm totally kidding. Oh, West Ocean. Imagine Ridley just flying around inside amphitheater.
This
Just being
does
annoying.
connect to the major though for Simo.
Oh,
okay.
Hi!
Making
Hello!
plays.
Pancakes!
That amount of health after the hull run means it wasn't logical. Whether it was possible or not, which it turned out to be, it wasn't logical.
So we are out of logic on Simo's side.
Which is a really good thing. That's where all the good items are hidden.
Yummy, delicious, tasty items.
It's the kind of play that Simo needed.
Oh my goodness, Kraid into Ridley.
Yep, great in the Ridley.
And no Varia suit. So great info. But no Varia suit to go fight Ridley.
Nito could have done that extra climb, however long ago. Would have also gotten gravity suit.
Yep.
Unfortunate. So looking at their items, it seems like they're getting like the bare minimum to do the heated rooms. Some E-tanks and some crystal flashes. And that means after that, you'll be limited by the water rooms. Even though there's not really many left. Like, we have seen that you can go down the sand pits to get 2 E-tanks.
Nito wants this, this ice beam.
Yep, gonna be able to get out with the extra E-tank. No problem. When you do a crystal flash with 1 or 0 E-tanks, just the setup and the time after the crystal flash is gonna burn through a lot of health relative to your max. But when you have multiple E-tanks, you barely notice it.
So, speaking to that, question in chat, is it possible to get out of Torian doing reverse amphitheater with what Simo had? Simo's gonna get another tank here, so that's gonna be 2. But again, the question just boils down to, can you do reverse amphitheater?
Maps up. Do you see the path? Yes, you can get out with that reverse amphitheater.
Perfect. And it's a, oh, jeez, it's a reserve tank.
Like, there's a lot of tricks you can do with a reserve tank. I think both of them might be deep enough into the seed that they don't want to have to worry about that. But you can do some sequence breaks with some strong pause abuses. Maybe do some out of logic G mode.
7 people now total DNF.
Finishers. Now we're 20. Normally we see finishers at hour 20, right?
But an hour 21 in, everyone's still racing.
Yeah. We're expecting at least 2 hours.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You are hoping to see the seed from heck. You tuned into the right place.
You wanted craziness? You got it.
Yeah, it's more of a challenge type of speedrun / race, these settings. And so, a bit of a different format to how we normally race things. Just so much more harder. It's more okay to take deaths and resets and spend more time blinding checks because everyone else is going to be struggling too. This is a everyone struggles seed. No good firm for Simo. We're gonna go all the way around to the firm spot. Feels slow, but with that gravity suit in a really strong position. Because if Nito's gonna be doing some underwater ice stuff, doesn't matter what he gets out of that, it's gonna be slow. Are we going to see Nito do the same amphitheater play? I suspect we are, the way that he's in amphitheater. It's like 1 extra E-tank and you don't even have to crystal flash. Oh, got popped. Nito gonna probably run into the gravity suit. Because he could get distracted by the criteria major. Go for that first. Comparing the two, Simo spent more time in Torian here. Risky bounce. Gets it off though. So Simo has the Torian knowledge. It's about to get out of here. Nito has an E-tank and an ice beam. Not having an E-tank is going to slow down Simo. So they're going to want to actually find one somewhere. But is otherwise making farther progression, later progression.
Nito's gonna come across his gravity suit. Simo, they're making their way, and I believe this is Phantoon hallway. Pancakes from Nito. Ooh! I see that space jump.
How does that help us?
We can go fly now.
We can fly. That sounds magical.
Fantastic. It's my favorite item because it means I no longer have to wall jump. So it's one of my favorite items to avoid wall jumping.
It's gonna help get that major in Gauntlet E-tank.
Yay!
Not going for it. Simo has the health. could get that. Well, 2 spike hits on Nito. Gravity is going to reduce the damage of those spikes. Like in SMZ3. Also going to be collecting these items. Gonna be dying. That's unfortunate. You hate to see that happen. But this is a reserve tank.
Oh no, Nito's got plenty of health to me. What are you talking about there, Mr. Rossi? Oh, he's out of PBs.
Right.
Gotcha. Nito is staring at that going, you gotta be kidding me.
Just gonna skill his way through.
Goat. Nope.
Fumbled that pretty hard.
Wah, wah, wah,
But had the idea. Probably could have survived it. If you lay a power bomb, you cannot pause. You could pause abuse and run to a firm drop, if you could pause. But then also spend extra time falling on the crumbles. That didn't have a save, so it's kind of a costly reset. Oh no!
Back to get the gravity suit.
Meanwhile, we have Simo in Norfair. Run around. Hopefully not going for Wasteland. This could just be a power bumper. Oh, going for the Gauntlet E-Tank item would make sense. Farm up a little bit before that. But the reason why Space Jump is so good, in my eyes, is it saves so much health on heated rooms. Pretty much every heated room. It's going to save a good chunk of health. So Space Jump is surprisingly strong in that way. Surprised Metroids. Expertly done. Metroids 4 is the hardest Metroids. Doesn't even get touched. Wave. Metroids on the way back is going to be easier because it'll be exactly like speedrun strats. Okay. Never mind. Showing off the morphless version. That is how you do the room if you do not have morph. You have to adjust the camera. What is the deal with the caution tape on Amphitheater? So Amphitheater is a room where you enter the room and you just drop. You fall far, you might land on a pirate. Basically, you could die. And that's why it's there. You could die. If it were on basic, you would die, logically. And essentially that's what every caution tape represents, is if you are on basic, you will die if you go through this door. Because otherwise, you can't tell what's behind a door. So we got the newly added elevator into Lower Norfair caution tape. All the ones that lead into crumble blocks. The Ridley door does not have caution tape, unless you don't have wall jump. Yeah, that actually turned out, because you can make it back up in time. That's the difference. You see Yoink Room, caution tape. Both sides. Okay, so seeing we're gonna wait it out. That is the safe play for sure. I was grinding Crumble Shaft recently. Doesn't mean I remember the numbers.
Crumble Shaft is a very tough room. Very tough.
We're gonna see some pause abuse to get through this room. And if you don't, you just die.
Stimo explodes. Well,
Explodes.
Samus exploded. Samus exploded.
Simos is also before Gravity Suit. A very long time without a save. Welcome anyone who's new to the restream of the Super Metroid Map Rando Community Weekly Race. This is a race with 21 racers, and 7 have forfeited so far because we are playing a difficult seed. This is Expert Challenge are the settings. So they all knew this is going to be hard coming in, both in Expert and in Challenge. Challenge is going to withhold all the items that are going to help you through a seed, especially E-Tanks. Expert means you have to do hard tricks, and also the heat runs are going to be very difficult. Or tight, whatever you call it. We've already had to kill Draygon with no suits, no E-Tanks. And otherwise we're having a hard time finding the actual progression. Nita was through Brinster earlier, Simo's just here for the first time now. Simo did have a very nice sequence break, but perhaps decided it was too tight of a play to do again, because they were rewarded for it. So what we saw in Brinstar was an E-Tank. Oh wow. E-Tank, Phantoon kill. That was kind of it. You get your E-Tank and you use that to get Ice Beam and Gravity. You can live. So in that case, you would have wanted to farm at the bugs on the left side of the gate. You can wall jump back up there in front. There's a few ways to lose all of your time in these seeds. One is to take massive deaths. I don't feel like that happens too often, but it just happened to Simo there. Another is to do blind checks, because on the higher difficulties, blind checks are just going to take a very long time to do each individual one. Getting stuck on a trick, that loses a lot of time. Things like that. Okay. Space jump. Nito back in the lead. Simo ran into 3 or 4 heat rooms in a row. That's what happened.
Again, as a friendly reminder, everybody, it is 8:36 p.m. Eastern, as of right now, if you're watching this live. Hi, YouTube. So, we have a race coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern, here on SpeedGaming 3. So, we're going to need to wrap this up in the next 15 minutes to allow setup and everything else to happen for the race. Honestly, what do you think? We're going to see it in the boss kill in the next 15 minutes?
Raid Ridley. Haven't we seen both of those?
We have. We know they're in Torian. We know we cannot defeat Ridley yet.
So we're expecting Nito to turn into charge. And it's just a question if they also get Varia. And where is Varia in the scene? We've gotten the maps for most of the regions we've been through, and there's not too many majors on them. Just the
Nope.
GT major, maybe?
Yeah, I think GT Major's definitely left. We haven't seen the wreck ship. We've seen parts of Norfair.
Yeah. So if we're going to be continuing to Norfair and Wreck Ship, and Baria's up there.
It's quite possible.
It depends how deep.
We have nowhere near enough E-tanks and reserve tanks to be able to do a Ridley fight. Let alone the amount of ammo we need to do the Ridley fight.
So it's possible. It's possible we see a boss kill. Not possible we see the end of the seed. Because I would think that they're pretty well along in the progression. There's only so much more that they can be made to do. Phantoon fight. That would be a boss kill. It's so unfortunate Simo's death. Was in such a good position and not looking so hot right now. We do need to watch for if Nita runs into the same issue happening right now. So I'm gonna get charged, but it's actually a trap because it eats up about 100 health. So now we have Crumble Shaft. Nita does have 2 crystal flashes. Has the extra E-tag, so Nita should have a lot easier of a time. I think I missed the wave pickup too. But it was this elevator room that did Simo in. It looked livable, but missed the pause on the pause abuse. Would have had to carry the pause abuse with energy in the reserve all the way over to the elevator. Has that crystal flash, but then also has health in reserve. So in a pretty safe position here. Neato. Also someone who learned how to do itemless baby skip recently for Rando. Save. What a friendly seed.
Ah! What a friendly seed, Tossie says.
You're worried about dying and it gives you a save room. See, Simo gets a save room too.
You still have 1 energy and a reserve tank. What are you talking about?
Welcome to Expert Challenge. Looks like we are getting that boss kill.
Hello! It is Metroid Room 1. Oh, my apologies, 3.
If you're not comfortable running around on 1 health,
All that
challenge isn't for you.
Fair.
So the restream will be ending when it does, but the race will go on. So we'll be sure to link to the racers here. And then the race room still has the math number of people still running. 14-ish. There we go. prediction can be closed. We got a boss kill. The answer was yes. Unless we also have to keep it. But I think Simo gets out of this one. Nito traded a reserve tank for 2 full energy tanks. The takeaway is that E-tank. That's what Brinstar was for. Simo was able to skill their way through Amphitheater and not need that E-tank. But it ended up just making Norfair harder not having it. And they took a death later on, and there was no good saves for so long that they were set back rather far. If we do run into Variasuit, I can feel good about just ending the stream. Because all the difficulty of the seed will be taken care of. We don't need to see the
Yeah, then it
cleanup.
would just be a quick finish.
Speaking of every major left in the seed.
There they are. Bubble
Yep.
Mountain. Holy, look at them all down there, too.
Two there,
Yep,
two
they're the
there.
rest of the majors.
So let's see. Screw attack. And then 4 more. Maybe 2. Yeah, that's...
Oh, Nito
one.
peeked this already? Yeah.
Wait, there's 2 more. Right, GT has 1. I still think we're missing 1. I wouldn't be surprised if Wasteland had Variasuit. I don't think GT has it. The GT major feels like filler. We can talk about late game challenge seeds. So at this point, so much of the map is opened up that, like, first it just dumps all the E-tanks. Well, I guess I don't know the order. It either dumps all the majors or all the E-tanks. Hey, very soon.
Yep, there's Varia.
To try and prevent you from getting your last progression step. And so you ended up with just a lot of really convenient, nice items. And then you get the last items that you need to do everything in the game. Let's
That
go mode.
Varia now puts Amphitheater into logic.
Same theater plan. Nito
Boots.
didn't bet on the Mission Impossible high jumping there. Time loss.
I mean, it's possible Amphitheater was in logic the entire time with 2 E-tanks.
It really looked in logic with 2 E-tanks and a Crystal Flash.
Yeah. Either way, still very nicely done here. Does Simo reset out of base jump?
Yeah, that was after gravity.
Why
Oh,
did Simo reset
right.
out of gravity?
They died in Lower Norfair elevator room.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Forgot Space Jump was also there.
You're good. Alright, Aussie. It's been fun. Nito's now just has to go and make a play for Kraid, Ridley, and he'll be done. Simo's got a lot of stuff to do. So, folks, make sure you follow the Racers! !R to see how they finish the seed. !C to follow Aussie and myself. But, Aussie, I think it's time for us to get out of here so we can clear this up and let the stream get ready for the next race coming up. Do we know what's scheduled next?
It's called the Rumble thing.
Oh, the Rookie Rumble.
Your Rumble.
CR1.
Yep, we're into tournament season again, especially once SGL picks up with their online tournaments. So SpeedGaming schedule is going to become much more busy, and that affects us in more competition for stream slots. But either way, we only have 2 hours for this weekly race, and so it's not really enough time to watch this out. We have the items to essentially have the seed solved. We just need to do the cleanup. The escape's kind of interesting, so that'd be a reason to head over to the runner stream, because the timer is going to be much lower than you're used to. But the fights themselves are going to be pretty straightforward from here.
You got it. All right, folks. Once again, it's going to do it for us. Aussie, final thoughts?
I was worried about the seed. Like, it seemed really hard, especially with Draygon. But they made it through. It seemed like they found the logic. And it all came together. Nito seemed to play the logic really close to what was expected.
Yeah.
Simo had a
Nice,
lucky strong play.
Yeah.
But good back and forth race.
I agree. I mean, for me, stuff that really stood out was obviously the Draygon fight, getting through Amphitheater, trying to get through, getting that gravity suit was huge. And then again, Varia here, Finito just opened up the rest of the seed. The logic was a ton of fun. This is all pretty straightforward. We need to get out of here to make room for the next race coming in. Again, if you're interested in Speed Gaming Online, head over to speedgaming.com or .org, whatever it is. Go Google Speed Gaming. Go check out everything that they have over there. The online tournaments will be beginning in August. So go check that out. And of course, Speed Gaming Live will be on site in Herndon, Virginia, October 23rd to the 26th, I believe are the dates. Go check them out! For Rossi and WX Fan 21. Simo and Nito, thank you both so much for making a great entertaining race. Go follow them to see how the conclusion ends. We'll see you next mission.
I don't want to cut on the Ridley fight.
Very fair.
$60 missiles, 20 supers.
I mean, Charge Ice Wave definitely helps.
Actually dead. Missed all those missiles. And he's down.
Nice Ridley fight.
Nito has
GGs.
all four G4 bosses done. GG's. And we're out of here.
Latest, peoples.